But no problem. Everyone else picking up the slack with a 13-point lead.
Yeah, they love the opportunity to get the extra minutes, especially the young guards.
Ross, big shot for the Gales.
And they're going to force the action if they continue this to have St. Mary's pick up their action a little bit quicker. Right now you don't have to do it. You can come out here, run your sets, and try to chip away. Got to get a little better accuracy on these shots, though.
Ross gets a high screen underneath, and that's the floater. Oh, we'll see who moves on. Boy, Death Taxes and Rick Barnes' Tennessee teams winning in March as they await the winner of that one. We got some incredible potential matchups next week in the Sweet 16.
You have until April 15th for your taxes, though. Just so
Always a finance guy. I love it. Ross, top of the perimeter against Holloway. Gets a screen. Saxon frees him up. Boy, his defensive versatility is something to watch. Transition 3 that time. Won't go from Phylon.
You see that balance, though, defensively by St. Mary's to be able to corral that rebound.
A little bit of a lull in the game now. Which of these two teams can get their offense going? That is Ross.
Pressure of a defender coming at him on his right side, but also the pressure of getting that off with about 3.5 seconds on the clock. St. Mary's just has to figure out a way to get a bucket here.
Nickel led all SEC players in conference play in three-point accuracy. What a drive and finish. Huge shot.
He got a couple of really good strokes to start this game off. If you remember the first 4 or 5 minutes, he had 2 or 3 good looks that just barely came out. He might have another couple of three-pointers there if they stayed with it.
I like what you did there, by the way.
Thank you.
Ross in the paint, little body bump, and he gets it to drop.
The floor with Saxon at the same time. When I was in Moraga during the preseason at a practice, Randy Bennett told me he was going to work on the 2-big lineup. We're looking at it right now, Spiro.
Ross chisels his way to the Davidson. And as Mark Byington told us yesterday, Jim, doesn't have great numbers, but a really important player for us.
Struggling with an ankle sprain also, so it's good to see him out there going full tilt. That's another little bump away by Nickel.
Ross going to find the laces and fire, and he sticks it.
You can't see it in Vanderbilt right now. They just don't have the confidence, the bounce of their step collectively.
Here comes Ross, turning the corner and lays it in.
The ball basically over to Ross right now to run the point. Still like to see them plug one of these big guys down to the bottom, into the post. There he is if they can get it to Wessels. He was open for a minute.
Marshallonis into the corner. Ross got it.
Well, Marshall record for assists. And this game just started. Saxon deflected his pass, and that's going to turn into a rare Mo Odom turnover.
2 turnovers early, though, for Pepperdine. You cannot turn the ball over against a team like St. Mary's. Because of how they run their offense, they force you to have to fight through so many screens.
Jordan Ross, pull-up jumper is good. Plus, he got
flashing with better purpose in that high post area.
In and out. Morauskas grabs a good defensive rebound. Jordan Ross is going to go all the way. Nice reverse layup.
trailing away. Wessel's offensive rebound. He gets a big smile when he has something like that happen. And Ross with a drive and a finish.
Distant year, but overall a really good year. Hickman, catch and shoot three. No. Gonzaga, just the other day in Pullman, used those inbound plays to find Nolan Hickman a lot of good looks, and he made a bunch of threes, played really well on Wednesday.
This has not been a very consistent three-point shooting team for the Zags this year. And some games they look like they're great, and other games they can't hit anything. And
we're going to be selling additional Lithuanian heritage shirts as Rapp too strong on his three, and Morauskas right there for the rebound. Barrett down low for Saxon. And that was the giveaway on Saturday night here in Moraga. A sick-looking Lithuanian Heritage Night tie-dye T-shirt, an ode to the 92 Lithuanian national team in the Olympics, and they teamed up with the Grateful Dead for that one. The second, the fans will not like that. They wanted some free pizza, but they won't get it.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, anyways. That's right. Put me at the line, and they have a shot. 45-34, St. Mary's up 11. St. Mary's up 13, Jordan Ross.
A slow start or a quick lead by another team doesn't necessarily mean destruction for their team. Ross open for three. Got it. 11-point, the largest lead. Watts lost his footing. Good defense by Ross. They've got 5 on 4. As Watts is trailing, now he's back. Ross, beautiful reverse Jordan. He'll be back in off the turnover by Saxon. And then another turnover. Ross gets it and lays it in, and he got fouled.
They have it all. They have the defense, they have the offense, they have the talent. Really a complete team. And going through that league to have that kind of record says a lot.
Juwan Watts now 17 for the Cougars, who down by 12 as Ross makes it
from the junior college ranks with the reputation of a three-point shooter. Has been a little up and down in that category this year, but been playing really well. The WCC Player of the Week at 28 in their last win.
Mahi last season was the California Junior College Player of the Year. And the D2 by Jordan Ross. Handle and a steal. Justus Marciulionis. St. Mary's attacks in transition. Jordan Ross lays it in. Junior for Santa Clara.
Now don't let the Broncos get hot from beyond the arc. 8 made threes now. Average over 10 a game on the season. We've mentioned that, but Santa Clara can get hot in a hurry. They had 18 against Gonzaga in the upset win.
Wessels. 5 to shoot for the Gales. Tough runner in the lane. Just beats the shot clock for St. Mary's. Here comes Ross moving in. Ross knocked off balance, hit the deck hard, and he's down.
Looks that I liked. I just didn't make shots. It happens sometimes, and he told us those shots are going down tonight.
And Chris Gerlufsen is going to put him in a position a lot to be able to revenge his performance in Moraga.
Well, St. Mary's has the ball first to start this game, and it's not just a long-time rivalry. Top 2 teams in the standings, a true contrast in styles. San Francisco wants to play quick. St. Mary's very happy to be deliberate, run half-court offense like. Missed 3. Here's Thomas, jumper in and out. And a good box out. Saxon grabs the rebound. Marciulionis, it's almost like they're daring him to be the scorer tonight for St. Mary's. Ross attacks, uses the glass.
I would agree, and you're feeling a little bit. You got to make sure it's a good one.
Like Thomas back in. Barrett trying to get the ball down low to Saxon. San Francisco's done a decent job in this first half of keeping that from happening. They got dominated inside in the first matchup between these two. Ross is playing a good game. One win on the road if they get this one tonight.
Yeah, with San Francisco being at 66, if it's in the top 75, that on the road, that counts as a quad one win. So this would be beneficial to their resume.
See, I knew you could bail me out there.
Well, there's so many different analytics and ways to look at how to value teams these days.
Ross pull up from the free throw line. Nice soft touch for Jordan Ross.
Handoff action, turning the corner. Nolan Hickman, if he gets going, he can really fill it up. And on the road, I think they need a very efficient game out of Nolan Hickman.
Gonzaga, you talked about those 2 conference losses they've already taken. I think they do feel like they found a little something. Maybe solve some of those issues. Switch to the right hand with
awareness. You can, if you crack the window even an inch, Nembhard's going to thread it through.
There just aren't that many players in the country who can make that pass. In the corner, Ross 3. Good!
Barrett, nice spin. Too hard. Morauskas clears it.
They're so good at getting offensive rebounds.
Ross doing a little tip zone. Stand in bounds. 5 on the clock. Ross spinning. Left hand off glass. What an acrobatic. Wow, he timed that perfectly.
And they just demoralize you. I mean, look, they got a 9-point lead early here. They block your shot coming out of the timeout when you have so much hope. And then just walk the ball up the floor and drill a three-point.
And then Saxon hit for 441, and they still haven't scored. So to say coming out hot of the locker room does not apply to Santa Clara.
Forcing turnovers, get the ball on the other side. Everybody has touched the ball in this possession.
Ross with the floor. Mahi can't get it to go, and St. Mary's has made as many shots as Santa Clara has attempted.
6 minutes without a field goal to start the second half. They went on a big scoring drought early in the first half. Remember, they made that big comeback run to tie the game. They take so much time off the clock, it gives you so few opportunities to score the ball.
Ross, wow.
Stay with it. Keep the ball moving. That time, the first possession of this game, it seemed as if it was almost like it's my turn on an ISO.
The Gales themselves have been rather healthy all year. 3 consecutive NCAA tournaments for St. Mary's. Marshalonis, Hardaway in the game. Winston Hardaway, the transfer from Memphis, the son of Penny. Ross backing in over Favors, and he gets it.
Well, he has been a headache, but as you get further along into the game, I know we touched on help side being late early, but what excuse me, St. Mary's is doing is they are staying connected to their shooters. They're really worried about the ability to knock down threes through most of this Washington State roster.
And the Cougars are happy to take twos. That's a beautiful move there. Points, and he's 3 of 3 from the field. Washington State's 14 of 21 from the field.
And the crazy thing about that is only 2 attempted three-pointers so far. More than 40% of their field goal attempts on the season. Back in the zone. You've got to locate shooters, and you've got to rebound out of it.
Ross thought about a 3. Instead, he drives to the bucket and scores.
This game, Bill, never happened.
Now, Thomas's streak of 14 consecutive games in double figures is in jeopardy.
Yep. Credit to defense by St. Mary's, making his life miserable.
Ross gets to the rim. Yeah.
We mentioned before, they hold their opponents to 61 points a game, 7th best in the country. It looks like they're going to be under that now, Carter, potentially.
Ross kicks out. Back into the hands of Jordan Ross. The sophomore pulls up. We're 18 shooting in the second half. Six made threes in the game, none in the second half.
Yep. Ashton Hardaway's in the game now for St. Mary's.
Ross off the Australia couldn't finish.
You got to dunk that. When you're not close, throw it home.
But San Francisco's winning at Pacific and at Pepperdine. Whole different story coming to Moraga, where they haven't won in 22 years.
In transition as we get Boubacar heading to the lane. Also, another key for them will be the last time they played Pepperdine, they only held them to 12. They did hold them to 12% from beyond the arc. Meanwhile, for Pepperdine, it's all about crashing the boards. Mitchell Saxon leading the country in offensive rebound, 4-point a game. Morauskas averaging 8.8 rebounds a game. And then the intangibles tonight out here, Al. Dedication, deflection, steals, blocks, floor dive, 50-50 balls. It's all about matching.
4 points for Todorovic. The Waves lead 8-5. St. Mary's team picks second at the start of the season. Ross gets into the lane, throws it up and in. Reason why Pepperdine's still very much in this game, but the Gales have only turned it over 3 times. This is Jordan Ross with the dribble, go down the lane, throws it up and in, despite the way it rolled.
To go down. That time he got the pump fake, defender up in the air, got down into the key area and dropped it over.
Just 2 of 8 to start the game. Mo Odom 0 of 3. Your 2 top scorers. 1:28 left, 30-19. St. Mary's. Inside to Saxon. Top of the key, Ross. 3-point shot rattles in.
Odom showing that quick right-handed scoop shot on the left side of the hoop to get it up and in.
A 1-3-1 zone, and St. Mary's did not handle it well on that first time down the court. Here's Ross top of the key, and that's how you get a team out of
underneath St. Mary's. It's up for shot there for Pierre. Again, San Diego a little bit different. They've had a lot of different starting lineups throughout the year, and a lot of that had to do with some injuries. A lot of scratches tonight again for San Diego.
Morales gets back out to Ross. He'll take the 3. It's good. And St. Mary's with a 5 now for Bradley in an 8-5 game.
Just feels like he seems so much more comfortable coming off the bench than when he was starting a lot in this season.
Duckett, jumper, free throw line, no. Morauskas, the rebound. There's Ross, left open for 3, got it.
Points off the bench. His career high is 23 against Nebraska.
And as you say, he's done all that in 14 minutes. 18 points in 14 minutes. Ross looking for another 3. That'll bounce on through.
Paul, very physical, strong team. You got to compete at that level, and they are doing it so far.
Morauskas, the high pass. Barrett is able to get to it before it crosses half court. Morauskas, the transfer from Arizona, dishes it off to Ross. The lefty Love sinks the 3-pointer. It's prep star, averaging 8.1 points on the season. McKinnon tried to get it around Saxon. Not enough on it. And now you start to see some of that speed from St. Mary's. Ross with another 3 in here at UP.
He's got a lot of upside. All of a sudden, a little bit different level. The physicality, the speed of the game, you have to adjust, and just playing and understanding the officials, how they call the game. He's been in foul trouble a ton.
This will be a good opportunity to see what he can do. Inside, he's going up against McKeever. Ross, 6 on the clock, over Gebers. Ross has 10.
Portland really needed that bucket.
4 turnovers for Portland in the last 5.5 minutes. They trail by 22. Ross, good strong take to the cup. Masic trying to dribble his way, had to readjust, and that was an awkward shot.
See, right now Portland's all one-on-one type situation instead of getting ball movement. They're trying to score too quick because of the deficit, and I understand that they've got to score quick, but right now it's not working going one-on-one.
Ross, another tough take around.
But because the pandemic forced the cancellation of the D3 season that year, he came to St. Mary's as a walk-on, and the Gales and Luke Barrett have not looked back.
Jordan Ross on the drive, off the glass, left side, and good. In offensive rebounds this year, and that would be the 3rd consecutive year he's done so. Ross circles his way in and hits pay dirt. Ralph out to the corner. 3 ball is short by Kravoka pitch, and Saxon right away gets the rebound.
And the Gales, who were in a scoring drought not too long ago, and now it's the Tigers in the extended scoring drought.
Ross, corner 3, got it. Off spot in the St. Mary's defense. Snaps a streak of 13 missed field goal attempts. There's Ross, open for 3, gets another one.
Washington must be looking around, where's Marshallonis? Marshallonis has been tagging along him for most of the night. Marshallonis, rare time to be on the bench.
And a great underhand fit.
Elias Ralph right now, because he's keeping the Tigers within hailing distance anyway.
60-47. Pacific not going away in this one. Ross from the top of the arc with an answer. It comes courtesy of the Englishman. So Sean Trumper makes it a 6-point game, 13-7. And that's something that Merrimack has been doing a lot more of here the last 5 games. They're starting to find their stroke from distance. And Jordan Ross with the rebound. He's very quietly up to 10 points. And 2 of them with an exclamation point next to him.
I'd put a couple more exclamations. There might be 3 or 4 exclamation points on that one.
Morauskas to Barrett in the corner. And now 10 to shoot for Ross. Drives, floats, finishes.
Bronco miscues. Boise State has been unable to execute. No points off the 6 St. Mary's giveaway. For the tie, Ross, ring it up. Boise State 0-3 from distance to start this second half. St. Mary's looking for its first multi-possession lead. Jordan Ross says, we got it.
The next level very often. And you don't see Miro Little commit too many turnovers. You just saw it there. Dale settling in. Ross smooth with that.
Yeah, well, St. Mary's is doing what they do. They were one of the best in the country at limiting opportunities inside. To see another blown layup at the basket, and they get out and run. And Ross down that right wing like a blur.
I would not be surprised to see other teams go to zone at least during part of the game against the Gales.
The and one didn't hit for Millender, so it's still a 13-point lead for St. Mary's. We'll see if they can generate any type of momentum coming off that timeout. They've been cold from the floor, just one of their last 7. Ross fades away. Mid-ranger's good.
Well, that was a tough
half. And 2 of them from distance. Spears, baseline, fade away, in and out. And Saxon right there for the rebound. Gales push it the other way. Jordan Ross up and in.
Trouble. Spears and Horton 4 each for the Roadrunners. Ross, Morauskas 4 each for the Gales.
It's Morauskas for St. Mary's to Ross. Ross knifes his way in and gets it off the glass.
First attempt. Bashir Jihad had a team-high 20 points in Arizona State's 85-82 win. Ross buries the straightaway three.
Out on perimeter and doing an excellent job.
A 7-0 run put together by the Sun Devils to take a 4-point lead here early.
You see this switch right now, yes. Good patience right now by Jordan Ross.
Ross gliding baseline through the contact. He puts it home. Drought for Arizona State.
Here's the total package. He gets to the rim. Rise up on his jump shot, and defensively he's very good.
1-2 for Ross.
It's dynamic.
So the two freshmen getting Arizona State back on track. They've scored 6 straight points. Ross from straight away puts in the three.
He's so clever. Hurley thought he got bumped on that one. You really like this matchup.
Morauskas picked up by Jihad. Out it comes to Ross. Marciulionis finds Ross in the corner, and he buries the three. It's Mason around the screen. Wessels blocks the shot.
Wessels did a good job.
Barrett kicks. Ross raises. This game is tied.
In the gaps. Great hands by Williams.
Ross knocks down the baseline jump shot. USC.
That's good basketball on that possession. Starting up, that's when it has to be happening. The defense will stop. And also good offense for a bucket.
Cohen has 10 of the 23 for the Trojans. Ross, nice inside, nice ball fake, and he rolls it in.
That's fundamental. Good sound basketball by Ross. Drive it, pump fake, and then he gets the steal.
The leather larceny and the left-hand layup.
Those are back.
USC and Notre Dame will battle this weekend. The Irish firmly in the mix for a playoff spot. Ross turns on the Jets and scores 2 more.
He's when you're driving. The Gales.
They do such a good job to take away the high percentage looks.
Yep. Same play.
It's Ross again.
Club, and I love the offense. They run great plays. They set extremely hard, good screens which gets their guys open.
We've been in the postseason 17 straight seasons. 10 times to the Big Dance, 7 times to the NIT. Late in the clock. Ross floats it and scores it. 10 in the second half.
Yeah, one of the benefits of running that deep rotation, you can tell how much Cal Poly moves offensively, defensively as well. The way they have to double and get back and rotate, they're doing well with good energy because of the subs.
Marciulionis sizing up Tarlech. Instead, it'll be a Ross three, and it's in. Riniker back across. 3-ball step back from Jessup is no good, and it ball deflects in over to Hardaway off Saxon. And now Ross brings it across the timeline. Screen from Saxon, trying to use this big man for help, and he'll lay it in. And 51-39, St. Mary's on top. They haven't let Cal Poly get within 9 since they did open up a double-digit advantage. They've cut it to 9, but that's it. Morauskas, baseline, lost it. Ross comes up with it, and his take to the rim is good. 10 on the shot clock. Gales taking their time. Barrett, short. Saxon the rebound, though.
And wisely kicking it back out. You got that shot clock reset. Choose some more of that clock.
Yeah, fresh shot clock, 2.5 minutes remaining. Marciulionis gives it to Barrett again. Back to Ross. Ross into the lane. And a block.
I was 5. He's averaging more than that per game this year. Floater over Saxon, off for Walker, and a weak side rebound for the Gales. See, Stanislaus State, we were told they'll play aggressive. They'll play very hard. And a lot of these guys played in that game last year. Saxon looking for 1,000. He's at 999. But you talk to the people around Stan State, as Ross gets it in. Then what happens when you assume? Here's a long three, short for Chavarin. Again, Morauskas just gets that rebound, pushes it up court, and it leads to Ross getting a layup. So again, if you're just joining us and you've heard Steve or I mention, it is an exhibition game for Stanislaus State. When a D2 team plays a Division I team, it's an exhibition game as Ross lays it up and in.
To play fast and accurate, the other team that wants to play slow. And from way downtown, Tavari Johnson was short on his three, and the Gales pushing it in transition. There's Jordan Ross.
Not to go for the offensive rebound on the previous possession.
Tavari Johnson pushed that one up and in for the first points tonight for Akron. It's 2 up and 2 down early here in Moraga. St. Mary's 2-0, Akron 1-1.
And no disrespect to anybody else on the Zip schedule, but this game in Moraga tonight is the biggest game the Zips will play in non-conference.
It's a very different approach to scheduling that Akron did versus what St. Mary's did. And a part of that is just simply based off of the conference, and really in Akron's situation, they just need to win the conference because the MAC's really going to be a one-bid league for the most part. As Jordan Ross goes around, scoops it up and dumps it.
A little surprised that the Mocs didn't foul the previous possession. At this point now, it's almost too late, and there really is no reason to foul. The previous possession when the Gales were up 12.
Points of the night after starting 0 for 3. Morauskas for Mikey Lewis and a 4-point Gales lead. Ross behind the back dribble, penetrates, underhand, and lays it in. Lowry penetrates and makes it a 4-point game once again.
Very nice drive by Lowry.
Marshallonis has the high screen set by Saxon, briefly double-teamed. Slithers his way to the baseline, flops it out, and the Gales reset. Shot clock to 10. Ross behind the back, around the screen, off the glass, and it gets.
That's hard to do.
That is
really hard to do.
That's very hard to do. And when you look at it on the St. Mary's side of things, they only had 4. And we know St. Mary's plays a deliberate style of basketball, but when they're eating like that down low, granted it, he wants to slow this thing down and get his team settled into this game. Tejada knocked on the ground, no foul called, shot missed. Here comes Ross. Ross the other way working on Williamson, he finishes.